Hey there! Welcome to the final video of my New York Permit Test Practice series. I hope you've already checked out my previous 2 videos. Let's dive in, and I believe you'll ace your test after watching this video. Good luck! When you drive in heavy fog during daylight hours, you should drive with your A. Headlights off, B. Parking lights on, C. Headlights on low beam, D. Headlights on high beam. The correct answer is C. Headlights on low beam. This is the next question. What vehicles must stop at all railroad crossings? A. Pickup trucks, B. School buses and passenger buses carrying passengers, C. Motorcycles, D. Vehicles towing a trailer. The correct answer is B. School buses and passenger buses carrying passengers. This is the next question. If a tire blows out, the proper thing to do is A. Speed up to gain traction, B. Hold the steering wheel firmly and ease up on the gas, C. Apply the brakes, then shift into neutral, D. Shift into neutral, then apply the brakes. Correct answer is B. Hold the steering wheel firmly and ease up on the gas. The next question. If your brake pedal suddenly sinks to the floor, you should first A. Try to pump it to build up the pressure, B. Shift into neutral and shut the engine off, C. Try to raise it by hooking your toe under it, D. Apply the parking brake hard to stop the car. The correct answer is A. Try to pump it to build up the pressure. The next question is, why is driving on an expressway different from driving on an ordinary street? A. You must think faster and handle your vehicle more effectively. B. Trucks have to go slower on the expressways. C. There is more of a tendency to exceed the speed limit. D. There is more of a tendency to tailgate. The correct answer is A. You must think faster and handle your vehicle more effectively. This is the next question. Night driving is dangerous because A. Some traffic signs are less visible at night. B. More vehicles are on the road at night. C. The distance we can see ahead is reduced. D. Street lights tend to blur our vision. The correct answer is C. The distance we can see ahead is reduced. The next question. You have just left an expressway and are starting to drive on an ordinary highway. You should A. Check your tires for the correct pressure, B. Check your speedometer to keep at the lower speed limit, C. Stay twice as far behind other cars, D. Change gradually to the lower speed limit. The correct answer is B. Check your speedometer to keep at the lower speed limit. The next question is, if traffic prevents you from crossing all the way across a set of railroad tracks, you may proceed only when A. An approaching train is not moving fast enough to be a danger, B. There is room for your vehicle on the other side, C. At least 1/2 of your vehicle can cross the tracks, D. No trains are in sight. Correct answer is B. There is room for your vehicle on the other side. The next question. If you drive past your exit on an expressway, you should A. Pull onto the shoulder, then back up to the exit, B. Drive to the next exit and leave the expressway, C. Make a U-turn at the nearest emergency turn area, D. Make a U-turn at the next service area. The correct answer is B. Drive to the next exit and leave the expressway. The next question. Your car starts to skid on a slippery road. You should A. Brake quickly and keep the wheel straight, B. Lock your brakes until you have come to a complete stop, C. Steer in the direction you want the front wheels to go. D. Steer toward the side of the road to get off the wet pavement. The correct answer is C. Steer in the direction you want the front wheels to go. This is the next question. You may drive around or under a gate that is being lowered or raised at a railroad crossing. A. As long as an approaching train is not too close. B. If your vehicle can do so without damaging the gate. C. If you first look carefully in both directions. D. Under no circumstances. The correct answer is D. Under no circumstances. The next question, what is the appropriate action to take when approaching a railroad crossing that does not have signals, such as lights or crossing gates? A. Always bring the car to a complete stop. B. Slow down and be prepared to stop. C. Do nothing. All railroad crossings have signals. D. Increase speed to get across the tracks quickly. The correct answer is B. Slow down and be prepared to stop. The next question. When you get ready to leave an expressway, you should begin to use your turn signal. A. Just as you get to the exit ramp. B. 50 feet before the exit ramp. C. 100 feet before the exit ramp. D. When you see cars behind you in the exit lane. Correct answer is C. 100 feet before the exit ramp. This is the next question. When attempting to stop on a slippery road, the best action to take is A. Apply the brakes quickly and firmly. B. Apply the brakes in slow, steady strokes. C. Shift to a lower gear. Do not use the brakes. D. Shift into neutral. Do not use the brakes. The correct answer is B. Apply the brakes in slow, steady strokes. The next question is, which of the following statements applies to all driving emergency situations? A. Always slow down, gradually. B. Your first reaction is the best reaction. C. Think before you act. D. Apply your brakes immediately. Correct answer is C. Think before you act. This is the next question. When you drive at night, you can reduce the problem of glare from the headlights of an approaching car by A. Looking to the lower right side of your lane. B. Having the inside lights on to make the amount of light equal. C. Looking at the spot on the lower edge of the steering wheel. D. Wearing glasses with lightly tinted lenses. The correct answer is A. Looking to the lower right side of your lane. The next question, when driving at night, it is most important for you to A. Use your high beams at all times. B. Drive within range of your headlights. C. Be ready to brake more quickly. D. Watch for cars at intersections. The correct answer is B. Drive within range of your headlights. The next question. When your right wheels run onto a soft shoulder, what is the best way to get back on the highway? A. Apply the brakes firmly and steer gently to the left. B. Ease your foot off the gas and brake gently. C. Steer hard to the left and then gently to the right. D. Apply the brakes firmly and stop completely. Correct answer is B. Ease your foot off the gas and brake gently. This is the next question. If an approaching train is near enough or going fast enough to be a danger, you must A. Slow down and proceed with caution. B. Not cross the tracks until the train has completely passed. C. Cross the tracks at your own risk. D. Find an alternative route across tracks. The correct answer is B. Not cross the tracks until the train has completely passed. The next question. You are getting on a highway which has a very short entrance lane. The safest way for you to enter the flow of traffic would be to A. Use as much ramp as possible to get up to cruising speed. B. Use the left lane of the highway, to get up to cruising speed. C. Wait for a large gap in traffic, then speed up quickly. D. Get up to cruising speed gradually so other cars will see you. Correct answer is C. Wait for a large gap in traffic, then speed up quickly. The next question. Expressways have acceleration lanes so that drivers can A. Test their brakes before driving at expressway speeds. B. Stop at the end to wait for a traffic opening. C. Reach the proper speed before blending with traffic. D. Test the pickup of their cars. The correct answer is C. Reach the proper speed before blending with traffic. This is the next question. You want to back out of your driveway. You see children playing nearby. Before you start to move your car, you should A. Race your motor to warn the children that you are moving. B. Sound your horn so the children hear you. C. Walk to the back of the car to be sure the way is clear. D. Tell the children to stay away from the driveway. The correct answer is C. Walk to the back of the car to be sure the way is clear. The next question. On a road which has no sidewalks, a pedestrian should walk on the A. Side of the road which has the lightest traffic. B. Same side of the road in which traffic is moving. C. Side of the road facing oncoming traffic. D. Side of the road which has the heaviest traffic. The correct answer is C. Side of the road facing oncoming traffic. This is the next one. A blind person legally has the right of way when crossing the street when A. Wearing light-colored clothing. B. Led by a guide dog or using a white or metallic cane. C. Helped by another person. D. Wearing dark-colored glasses. The correct answer is B. Led by a guide dog or using a white or metallic cane. The next question. What does a slow-moving vehicle emblem look like? A. A square red sign. B. A round green sign. C. A diamond-shaped yellow sign. D. A triangular orange sign. Correct answer is D. A triangular orange sign. The next question is, a bicyclist differs from a motorist in that a bicyclist isn't required to A. Obey the same traffic laws. B. Signal all turns. C. Report accidents resulting in serious injury. D. Insure the bicycle. The correct answer is D. Insure the bicycle. The next question. A motorist should know that a bicyclist operating on a roadway must A. Ride on the right side of the road. B. Ride on the side of the road facing traffic. C. Ride on either side of the road. D. Ride on the side of the road with the least traffic. Correct answer is A. Ride on the right side of the road. This is the next question. A motorist approaching a bicyclist should A. Speed up to pass him. B. Proceed as usual. C. Swerve into the opposite lane. D. Exercise extreme caution. Correct answer is D. Exercise extreme caution. The last question is, motorists should be aware that all bicycles used after dark must have A. Reflective handlebar grips. B. A front headlight and red taillight. C. White reflectors on the front and rear fenders. D. Brake lights. Correct answer is B. A front headlight and red taillight.